Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fragrance Fraternity. We are back, baby, today talking about 8 of my latest fragrance pickups. Stuff that I want to tell you about, ranked from my least favorite to my most favorite of my recent pickups in the last 2-ish months per se. So let's get into it. Let's figure out what the heck I've been spending my money on lately, right? Let's go here with the first one. We have Perry Ellis Bold Red. The red is as bold as this little zit on my face, but hey, the show must go on, people. And this is the first Perry Ellis fragrance that I found that I didn't think absolutely sucked. So there's hope for this brand yet. This one, you're going to get a little bit of a finger lime, ginger, a little bit of a green vibe to it. You know, it's nothing spectacular, but it's mad decent. It is mad decent, and if you just want something cheap that is very okay, you can grab this one and you probably won't regret it. Is this anything spectacular? Is this something that I'm super pumped to have? Something that I, just cannot live without? Absolutely not. But is it a decent fragrance that is worth the money? Yeah, it's decent. If you see it out there and you want to grab it, not gonna fault you for it. Kind of smells like Legend Red. Goes that same route. Just a clean fragrance with a little bit of that greenness, and you can smell the finger lime and the ginger in there predominantly. So that's pretty much all I can say about Perry Ellis Bold Red. Nothing spectacular, but it's aight, right? Next one up we have is CK1 Reflections. Now, getting better here. This one is very fruity, so really a combination of different type of citrus fruitiness to it. Nothing super masculine here. Definitely a unisex fragrance. If anything, leans a little bit feminine. So for the guys out there watching that are just into the super masculine, manly stuff, you can probably skip this one, but it's pretty good. It's pretty refreshing. It's good for the summer. It's got this juicy fruit type of gum smell to it. So if you know about the fruity Trident flavors of gum, that's what this one really reminds me of. So if you're looking for something fruity, easy, playful, fun, something that is fruity sweet that also works in the summer, so it kind of does have that going for it, check out CK1 Reflection. And for some reason, every time I see this bottle, I want to put it in the freezer because of this frosted glass finish it has to. It just makes me want to put it in the freezer for some reason. Odd. I know, it's odd. Next one up, Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct Together. Been wanting to get the original one in the line for quite some time because I do enjoy some of the other flankers that have come out. And for most people, their favorite one is Together. And I really enjoy Together, but let me just say that this one and Together, they don't really tie in. Like, the whole line doesn't really tie in that well. I don't get really any of the First Instinct EDT in Together. That one is just like a completely different fragrance. It could be in its own line. As far as just based on scent profile alone. So it's kind of hard to even compare those within the same line, if that makes sense. This one, you're going to get a salty watermelon type of feel, similar vibe to like Chic for Men or Metal Rain or Millésime Impérial, Club de Nuit Milestone. It's in that realm of DNA, very ozonic, very fresh with the watermelon synthetic type of a smell going on. Leans a little bit youthful, but it's really versatile. Works good in pretty much every season. Maybe not so much in the winter, but for the season that we're in when I'm recording this, which is the mid-heat of the summer, First Instinct's a really great choice to go with. Next one up we have is from Maison Alhambra. This is Porto Neroli. This is a clone of Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. You probably could figure that out just without me telling you. This one has a lemony dish soap type of a smell with, really clean Neroli woods to it. Wasn't loving this one at first, but this is one that has really grown on me over time, and lately I've been really enjoying it. The quality here is spectacular for the price you pay. I think this is in like the $30 range, and these are getting discontinued because I think they got sued because they're just too close to the Tom Ford, but beautiful blue bottle here, and really well done and really great quality for the price that you pay. Lemony, fresh Neroli woods, very zingy. Definitely captures your attention right when you spray it on. For some reason, it reminds me of Fruit Loops cereal, and that's just a connection that I make to it, so maybe you will as well. But give this one a couple wearings, it may grow on you. It definitely grew on me, so you may have the same experience with it as well. Next one up we have is Bulgari. Not exactly what the name of this one is. It's Bulgari Blue or just BLV. I don't know. BLV Pour Homme or Bulgari Blue. Quite a unique fragrance. Came out in the mid 2000s, but quite unique. The most similar thing that I can compare it to is Prada L'Homme. I don't believe there's iris in here, but it does have that soapy kind of powdery nature to it. So if you're looking for a soapy powdery DNA that's a little bit of a different take than Prada L'Homme, but still sits in that realm, it'll remind you of Prada L'Homme. It does many of the same things, like the same situations that you would wear Prada L'Homme, you could wear this one. And it's not as maybe thick as Prada L'Homme is. It's maybe a little bit more floral, but definitely that's the closest thing I can compare it to. Other than that, it is quite unique. And it's really one that I've been enjoying because I tend to go for stuff that is on the more unique side. Redundancy in my collection is one thing that just drives me nuts. When I have 3 fragrances and they all pretty much smell alike, that drives me crazy. So I really try to go for stuff that stands on its own. And this is a great pickup for me in that case. Bulgari Blue or BLV, I don't know what that's even called, to be honest. Next one up we have is Burberry Brit for men. Man, I've been loving this one. And kind of bummed that I only got this 1 fluid ounce bottle here, but you know, I got so many fragrances, thank God, that this will probably last me a good long while. It's a really nice rose cardamom type of a fragrance, but it is very masculine for being a rose fragrance, which is pretty interesting. Quite fresh and has some spices to it, but not nearly as spicy as something like a Burberry London or anything close to that amount of spice. Really nice blend here, and really impressive to take a rose fragrance and make it so masculine. That is very interesting to me. It's kind of a date night type of a fragrance with that cardamom in there, and just overall also more on the unique side. Not a lot of stuff that I can directly compare Burberry Brit to. I think it won Fragrance of the Year in 2005, and I can tell why. It's one that I've been really enjoying wearing, and gonna look forward to putting in even more of a dent in this little baby 1 fluid ounce bottle. 2 more. Let's go. Oh man, this next one, guys. This next one is a banger, man. This one is something else, man. If you've been watching, you've been hearing everyone raving about this, and for a good reason. This is crazy stuff, guys. Latava Bade Sublime. Shout out to Diedrich Hicks Jr. He said that this smells like a cup of fruit punch, and that is a great description for the way that this one smells. Fruit punch, or that's soda Hawaiian punch. That's the best way to describe the way that this one smells. Rose, plum, fruity, and very watery. Watery in the same way that Mansera Sicily is watery, but not the same fruits that they used. That one is more of like oranges and tangerine, like those kind of citrus, whereas this one is maybe more of like an apple type of a fruitiness going on. But just the watery, mouth-watering juiciness that Sicily has, this one has as well, just so you can kind of understand how the fragrance comes across. Just incredible stuff here, guys. One, again, that is a little bit more on the unisex side, but very playful, very juicy, very, very appealing, and it's a love at first sniff for me. Looking forward to wearing this one. I think it will work well in the summer. It does have enough freshness. It is quite ozonic, and just such a good release from Lattafa. Can't say enough good things about this one. Bade Sublime. Have never smelled anything like it. Incredible. All right, last one up on this list. I went to Vegas recently and I stopped by the Toomey store, and Toomey is not really known for their fragrances, but I remember sampling this particular fragrance one time very randomly at Macy's and really loving it right away. It's another blue fragrance, and I'm kind of a sucker for blue fragrances. I have way too many at this point, but needed 100 ml of another one for some reason. Toomey Awaken, guys. Not a lot of people giving this one love, and I have just been so hooked on this one lately. Pretty cool deal with the cap here. It locks into place with this little lever spinner thing. So you could take it off, and I think I actually had it backwards there. and you put it back on, and then you spin this thing righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and it locks back in there pretty steadily, pretty sturdily rather. This fragrance is quite a powerful one on me. Lasts for 6+ hours. The opening is nothing special. I was comparing this one to Atlas, which is another Toomey fragrance, kind of deciding which one I wanted to go with. Originally, I wanted to go with Atlas just because the opening was better. That one's a little bit more of a floral fragrance. This one's more of like that bergamot citrus combo that is so popular. It reminds me a little bit of Bleu de Chanel. It's like in that realm, right? And as this one dried down and got into the mid and the dry down, this one just came alive and just became so good. Just became so incredibly appealing to me that I had to change my mind and end up going with Awaken after all. So if you try this one out, let it dry down a little bit. The opening is nothing special, but then once you get into that mid, that's where the magic of this fragrance really comes alive as it dries down a little bit. Great performance, really nice fresh shower gel type fragrance, really great for, as it says, awaken first thing in the morning. You want to throw on a scent and you want something that's going to last all day, that's professional, that has a good quality to it, and will get you through the day. That's Awaken, and really hooked on this one. Can't say enough good things about it. Toomey has really impressed me with this fragrance, and they have actually a decent amount of other ones. They have Continuum, which is a winter fragrance that I'm probably going to check out as things cool down, and they had another red one which I tried that was really good. Can't remember the name of it right now, but very underrated house and great ingredients here. You can tell that the quality is excellent with these Toomey fragrances. That's it for today, guys. Let me know what's a recent pickup of yours that you enjoyed. I would love to hear about it. And hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. I bought a new mic, so hopefully it's coming across great. I'll make some tweaks as is needed going forward. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and welcome back to the Fragrance Fraternity, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care.